Look alive, sunshine. I need you to stay online for at least a few minutes. How's the floor coming? Let me see. Looks like units 2, 3, 6, and 8 are all ready to go. Units 1 and 5 are toast. And unit 4, that one was a little too road hard and put away wet for me. What? Rode hard and put away wet? Did you never just browse random data links? I don't know, something to do with cows. We did ride cows at one point, didn't we? Anyway, what about this one? Yeah, that one not sure about yet. Can't get it to stay on. I could try a reboot, but it might not even be worth it. Isn't it your job to try anyway? Get back to work. And finish Unit 4 while you're at it as well. Rode hard and put away moist or not. Well, let's try to find your manual, I guess. Let's see, model number. Let's get some light in here. So usually, not right here, but maybe on the lateral panel. There we go. Okay, just hold still. Yeah, let's go. Okay, so that's 1, 6. Is that a B or an 8? There we go. What do we got here? Well, I only have one, and it's for a model a few years older than you. We'll see how it works out. Let's see. Oh, reboot process. Let's scroll down. Okay. Step 1. Unplug cables 1, 3, 16, and 45. Do we have a diagram here? No, of course we don't. Just move this over. And I guess we'll just start looking at cables. Great. Well, that one. If I look at it real close, it looks like it does have a 16 on it. So let's see. Anything weird happen? Okay. How about, let's see, what was it? 1, 3, 16, 45. Is that one? That one's pretty loose, but I think that's a 27, so that's not gonna work. What about... I think maybe... Let's take a peek at this one. I see a definite 4 there, but that could be 46. Give it a shot. Does that seem alright? Okay. I usually just fix the mechanical issues. I don't like doing all this software work. If you had some hardware issues, that would be one thing, but apparently you do not. Let me see, where's the other one? There we go. Okay, so this one, that's a very easy to see one. Right, what else? Go peeking around in here. My gosh, you've got a lot going on. Let's see. Yeah, that's a 3. Okay. Well, so step 1, unplug cables. Step 2, check cartridge B for signs of repair or replacement needed. Cartridge B. Where would cartridge B be? Is it right in here? No. No. Here. Okay, there's one. That's A. Cartridge A. C. Okay. So there's a cartridge A. And a cartridge C. But there's no cartridge B. Why are you even working off of cards anyway? You are much too contemporary to be doing that. I know it's not your fault, but I don't even know. Do I have replacement cards here? Oh, there we go. Okay, that's one. So that's what I'm looking for. If I compare this to what you got here, okay, those definitely don't look right, but what about, there's kind of a tangle here. Let me get a little closer. Okay, that, if I match these up, no, that looks about right. Okay. No. Do that, and then, okay, cartridge B. Just to be on the safe side, we'll just replace it anyway. B, okay. Step 3. Insert cable 6 into port 2 and replace cable 4 with cable 15. Cable 4 inserts into port 8. Okay. Why are they feeding in? Are those train sounds? Birds I can understand, a little annoying, but okay. But who got a hold of the... whatever. Guess we got train sounds coming in. Personally, I preferred when they just did, like, you know, the soft rain kind of deal. We had some of it this morning, but shift changeover. Okay, so cable 6 into port 2. Cable 6 into port 2. Okay, let's... wait a sec. Cable cable 4, cable 5, okay, cable 6. So this goes into port 2, insert into and reboot. Okay, so we need to get this guy and put him instead into that one, port 2. Alright, and replace cable 4. Just have that one. Cable 4 with cable 15. Okay, cable 15. So that one's cable 32. That one, let's see, 23, getting a little closer. 19. And where? 7. Is it maybe up in here at all? You know, I've about had enough of that. If you give me 2 shakes, then I think I'll go have a little chat with the trainmeister. Okay, so that should be taken care of. I told them bird sounds only if they're feeling like they want to do something a little freaky. So, where were we? We're looking for cable. Into port. Cable 6, replace cable 4 with cable 15. Cable 15. Alright, let's take a look. Okay, where? Okay, that's... Okay, 13 going down again. 19. Okay, that's cable 15. Well, I guess I'll just very gingerly have that one, so replace cable 4 with cable 15. Okay, so cable 15, there's cable 4. So we just and get this one. No, that's not the right one. Where'd it go? Where'd cable 15 go? There we go. Alright, cable 15, cable 4 right here goes into port 8. Where's port 8? Oh, there we go. Okay. That'll do that. Did I ever do cable 6 into port 2? Cable 6, so it should be on this side. That's where cable 4 was, so right there. Okay. Alright, port 2. Right there. Just make sure that's all good. Okay. Alright, cable 4 into port 8. That's it there. Step 4. Reboot. Okay. See you in a hot second. Alright, looks like it might have done that. Yeah, it didn't work. So let's keep scrolling. Alright. Alternate procedure 1. The normal reboot doesn't work. Follow instructions for... Yeah. What's step 1 here? Okay, step 1. Unscrew plate yellow from anterior head panel. Inspect circuitry for damage or wear. Replace necessary parts. Now we're talking. Where's my screwdriver? There we go. Do I need... Which one do I need? Okay. So yellow panel. I think so. This is the anterior head panel, so I'll just go ahead and take that out. Okay. Loosen that up a bit. Okay, we got a good bit movement there. Okay. There's one. Lefty loosey here. There we go. Okay, that one's about out, so do this guy. Alright, let's see what this little bit looks like. Well, that's not yellow. Alright, let's take a peek. You know, there's actually a little bit of, not corrosion, but it's definitely pretty dirty in there. Let's see what I got. Just use this for now. Clean some stuff up a little bit. Okay. Looks a little better. Do I have anything else? Let me look. Look in this box. Not those. But I could make do with that. Let's switch that here. Alright, let's get that out. Okay. That's what I need. tricky bit here. Okay. Doing alright? Okay, let me know if things get real strange. Okay, that should do it. Go ahead and close this guy. Alright, so... Alright, damage your wear, replace necessary parts, all done. Step 2, unplug cable 31 and inspect. Blow into connector before reconnecting. Blow into connector. Maybe that's why you had all that business in your head compartment there. Alright, well, let's see, cable 31. Kind of gotten a little bit of the hang of this, so 31's usually on this side, or 30's rather. Trying to sense if there is a rogue sound maker. Bird sounds only if you're gonna do it. Okay. Yes, I've got 34. That's the... They are. I'll be right back. I'm gonna have to give them the what for, I think. Okay, well, wasn't the same person. Apparently there's some kind of prank happening on the ship today, so train sounds abound. Where were we? So I had a few cables in the 30s picked out. Okay. Cable 31. Okay, that's the one right here. Blowing into the connector. Alright. Ugh. Alright. Did that have any ill effects at all? Okay, well, I guess maybe your cables are just meant to be blown, I suppose. Alright, so cable 31 all done. Unplug cable 29 and inspect. Blow into the blowing. Cable 29. Blow. Do the same for cable 32. So 29, 32. So if this was 31, that's 29, right? And 32, if I had 31, that's right there. So we'll go ahead and just... Alright. Okay. All good there? Step 2 and then step 3. Step 4 Place plates and cables for rebooting. Reboot. Okay, where's our... I need this again. Okay. We need our little guys. We need that. So go ahead and put this back on. Hold still. Okay, it's back on. We just gotta put these. Alright, so go ahead and just gently place that. Good. Good deal. For our other little bits, we're just going to that right there. That looks good. Just make sure. Yeah, it's just a little loose in there, but that's definitely... we can work with that. Alright. Replace plates and cables. Cables are all good. And reboot. Alright, let's see how this goes. Looking pretty good here. Over here. Okay, well, let's go ahead and get out of the manual here. I'd almost rather be working on Unit 4, pal. Alright, we've done the normal reboot. We've done the alternate reboot. Let's see if there's an alternate reboot. There we go, that's what we need. Alternate procedure number 15. Step 1. Plug in cables 1, 3, 6, and 45 to port 8, 1. No, that's 11. 8, 11, 53, and H. How's this respectively? I assume so. Cable 1. Cable 1, 3, 6. That's this guy right here. So you're going into port 8. Where's port 8? Where? maybe right. That's not long enough to go into port 8. What? Might be able to stretch it. Is that almost get it right about there, but it doesn't want to go any farther. Let's go right. How about right here and okay. Port 8. Here we go, one down. 3 goes into port 11, which should be, there's port 11. Port 3, or cable 3 rather, should be, did we already do cable 3? Unplug cable 3. Yeah, we unplugged that one. But cable 1 was plugged into something. Maybe that's why it didn't work. Okay, so cable 3 goes into port 11. Yeah. Okay, so that's one of our unplugged cords. That goes right here. It's a couple spaces down. Port 11. Next is 55. Cable 6 to 55. Where would port 55 be? Is that? Oh, there's cable 6. Okay. This better not be like that cable. What's it, 15 situation? I really wouldn't appreciate that. Let's see. Port 55 is that. Oh, no, okay. That's one of these lateral ones. So these. Okay. Those are the number of ones. Good. So 55, right? Right there. Very cool. What goes into port H? Cable 45. It's cable 45. This one's 38. And that's 52. Did we use them? Yeah, so it should be. How did I? This cable does say 45. But so does this one. There's 2 cable 45s. But they're 2 different connections, 2 different heads, and the H port doesn't fit either. Neither of these fit into port H. Huh. Okay, that's a different. Okay, that goes into port H, but that's 44. Let's say 45. It does into port H. If you say so. Okay. So just don't move and it'll stay in there. Port H. Okay, step 2, remove cartridge F and plug back in. Remove cartridge 9. Okay, cart F. know some of the cartridges right in here. Okay, there's cart F, so. Right, back in, and then remove cartridge 9 and do what with it? And do what? Is that? What is that? That's okay, cart 7, 8, 9. Okay, we'll just put it in there. Save that for later. I'm probably gonna need it. Step 3, replace cable 15. Not cable 15. Oh my god, with cable 4. Cable 6 inserts into port B. Reboot. Ah, cable 15. And cable 4. Cable 15 is where cable 4 should be. Okay. Cable 15. Alright, well, let's do a little switcheroo, I suppose. This one goes in here, which means this one goes here. We're just gonna do that. And cable 6 into port B. Port B right there. Cable 6. There you are. Where'd you go? Where'd it go? It was just right here. Oh, there you are. Okay. Cable 6, port B. Alright. And reboot. 3 times charm. Okay. Okay. Well, that seems to be just. I told them it wasn't going to be worth it. But, let's see. Alright, very last little bit at the bottom here. For models years post 2251, simply unplug main power cable, reinsert, and restart. I'm gonna go work on Unit 4 now. Unit 4 all checked in. What about Unit 7? Well, this is a bit of a mess. Are you still... Check. Not finished. Unit 4 got done before you did? Things myself. Let's see. Open this up. Okay. Right. Reboot procedure. No, we don't need that. Alternate number 6. Nope. Alternate number 12. No. Down. Okay, for model years after. Okay. So we're just gonna have to do your power cable here. So let's get up the schematics. There we are. So our power cord is going to be from right here. Okay. Right about there. And then if we go to the side here, yep, about that much. Okay, so we've got power number 1. Then we go down. Okay, power F. Right over here. Okay. That's 37. Go back up, so that means right about here. That looks a little strange, that cord. Let me just... almost looks a little eaten. Let me grab... where... wow. That tech really made a mess of this. Maybe it's this one. There we go. So let's go ahead and just test this. Yeah, no. No, the core is bad. Okay. What do we got here? Do we not have any extra cords? Okay, well, I'm gonna have to do a little rerouting. So that one looks pretty good. Let's test that one. A little weak, but are there any others here? Let's try this one. Don't like that one. That might be... oh, I see you. I see you right there. A little on the short side, but there we go. There's a match. Okay. Let's go ahead and see if we can untangle this one. How do you go in here? There we go. Okay, so up and over. And then right in there. Good. Okay, pull that out there. So we need to just get this guy, and we are going to be just pulling that out. We don't even need that. Rerouting. Okay, let's take a peek. Alright, so everything looks good on my end. We are just going to unplug this and then just let it reboot. Okay. Right, and that should look all good. So I'm just gonna reboot. Jot that down. There. Good. That's why we have quality control.